The Florida Immigrant Coalition is a social movement organization of over 60 diverse members throughout the beautiful peninsula of Florida. And we come together building the connection, the capacity, the consciousness, and the capacity for action at the local, state, and federal level so people can work, labor, live, and love without fear. We have a variety of programs that elevate leadership and create a new vision for our communities. It started in 1998, actually, in response to the 96 Immigration and Welfare Reform Bill, which was actually very damaging to many of the communities. Since the inception, we've invested in lots of youth leadership and really helped shape a national dreamer movement. We've worked on wage theft. We've worked to expand access to college. We've worked to combat criminalization, including defeating the efforts towards building one of the largest immigrant prisons in the country, and combating the Arizona copycat bill, etc.
Maria and I having to worry about the financial aspect of FLIC, we had to also wonder, what's going to happen, what's going to happen next, because the one thing we don't want to do already in such a hard time, have to put more burden, more stress on our families, on our colleagues and their children and their families, especially as as staff members were coming in and revealing that their spouses and their partners and their significant others and family members were losing their jobs. So I have to say, it was a very difficult time for us.
A lot of our families really live on the margin anyway, paycheck to paycheck. So it was really hard to, stay mission driven and figure out what really is our role and what can we do, while also, as Tessa explained, understanding that we're also employers and we have families that are relying on our organization. So that balancing act is also an aspect of it.
So we first heard about the Paycheck Protection Program when it all came out with the CARES Act, and we were all waiting for. And we banked with a major bank, so we were waiting for the time to put in our application. We understood what it meant, followed a couple of webinars on it, and made sure we were ready um, to apply for it. The first There was a first window at which point we tried to apply. I don't know. We had a few technical issues with them, and not just technical. They were non-responsive. It was very hard. And then it reopened, and when it reopened, we were ready, and so we were able to apply. At that point in time, we had submitted everything we needed to our main bank, and they were still not being responsive. It was taking forever to get um, any support from them. And that's when we ended up, self-help made itself available to provide the access to the loan to nonprofit organization that they work with, that they partner with, and that's how we were able to get the PPP.
The contrast was very clear when we were um, attempting to reach and to follow up with our original institution, and the difference between self-help being proactive and reaching out to us to offer the help. We really felt accompanied, like, okay, we have a partner in this.
The PPP funds allowed us to cover our payroll for 6 to 8 weeks, um, with our staffing of 100 folks. That was, the money went fast, but that gave us time to find alternate funding to continue. And one thing we were able to do that gave us a lot of peace of mind, And the reality is, we were actually able to keep our entire team on board.
As we did the evaluation of the cycle, people were so grateful. You know, they were so grateful about being able to keep their jobs. They're grateful about the support they got in the learning and the training. They were grateful about the intentionality that Tessa and Joelle applied to making sure that they weren't isolated and disconnected to the purpose of their work. So, you know, I'm really proud of our team and grateful to Self Help for being able to get us through to our mission.